Hey, my name is Ken Foss, and we came across an incredible collection of printing plates, negatives, positives, copies of the Constitution, copies of the Declaration, and it's just unbelievable. And we started to do a little bit of history and start getting on the internet and looking up some stuff. We went to the Jeffersonians and looked up some stuff, and we just, it was kind of cool because the things that we came across, we found information about on the internet. And so we found the only photograph that was ever taken of the Declaration of Independence in 1903. We found that. This work that we found was all done by Theodore Ullman. We also went to the Jeffersonians, and we were able to pull up the history of the Declaration of Independence, and they actually talk about Theodore Ullman's work. And we're going to take you through it real quick here. This is the 1903 photograph of the Declaration of Independence, and Theodore Ullman actually used this to make the corrections along the edge, if you can see it in the video here. And that's how he reproduced the Declaration as if it never had any damage done to it back in the late 1800s when the stone print was done, because they did a wet transfer and they damaged the Declaration. So this is what you're going to see. If you go to the Jeffersonians, you're going to see this right here. And this is actually on the internet. You can look it up. And it talks about this, and we were just like blown away because here, we've got this stuff in our possession. We've got this gentleman's collection. We have everything he done. We have the Declaration. We have this. We've got the negative. We've got positives and negatives of the Declaration of Independence. And he also done the Constitution, which blew us away. We found a stack of constitutions printed back in 1953 that were never circulated. We don't know why they were never circulated. We don't know the history behind Theodore Ullman. But we took 1,000 of these to New York City. We were invited to be on Fox and Friends, and we offered 1,000 of these to the American public for $99 a piece, and we sold them. And we have not offered any more of these at all to anybody. There were no declarations at all. There's about 7 newspapers that actually have done stories on our findings. These are just 3 of the newspapers that did it. The Rochelle News Leader in Oregon, Illinois. There's Rockford Register Star did some stuff. Daily Chronicle in DeKalb. But, since we didn't have any of the declarations, we went into Chicago and we took the one down there that's in the Jeffersonians, and we took it into Chicago and had it digitally photographed. And what we came up with was a declaration and a constitution of Theodore Ullman's work. And this isn't anybody's work. This is Theodore Ullman's work. This is the man that they talk about in the Jeffersonian. He's the only one. You can read it for yourself. He's the only one that ever reproduced the Declaration as close to its original document had it never been damaged in the world. He's the only one that ever did it. So what we came up with is really cool. We have a 3/4 size of Theodore Ullman's work. This is the Declaration and this is the Constitution. These are absolutely beautiful. And then we also have, I'm going to lay this right over here. We also have the full size, ladies and gentlemen. And this is amazing. Look at this. Legible, beautiful, unbelievable. And this is all Theodore Ullman's work. Isn't that beautiful? And we're going to offer these to the American public. We're going to offer these as a set. You get a 3/4 size, and you get a full size for $99. And keep what ones you want. Give the other ones away. If you go on YouTube, our YouTube link is ILRockU2. And you can watch the videos of us on 2 other Fox TV stations that are on there. My email address is stages_504@hotmail.com. We've got our clip in Dropbox from New York City on Fox and Friends. I can send that to you if you want. And not only that, but the best for last here, We found the printing plates, ladies and gentlemen, of the Declaration and the Constitution from Theodore Oman. Is that wild or what? We have his whole collection. And what we found was so crazy about this whole thing was not only do we have his whole collection, but we have the photograph of the 1903. That's what blows us away, is there was only 2 of them ever done, in the late 1800s and in 1903. And if you go on the internet and you Google in 1903 photographs of the Declaration of Independence, or it was the 1903 Declaration photograph, there will be some information that'll come up that'll tell you, there's 3 pages there that tells you about the history behind it, and we have that 1903. But anyway, America, this is great. I'd like to actually take you out into the hallway for a second. I framed a Declaration and a Constitution in my restaurant. They're on the wall. They're beautiful. They've got museum glass behind them, and I'll kind of give you an idea of what these look like when they're on the wall hung up. And here you go, ladies and gentlemen. These frames were done at Hobby Lobby. They were about $750 a piece. They've got museum glass behind them, and I have them in the hallway here for public viewing. I have the story of Theodore Oman, the whole story of Theodore Oman. Our website is Oman's Treasures. It's OHMANTREASURES, treasures, make it plural, .com. And you can see and read some of the history there of Theodore Oman. But these things are just absolutely beautiful. They are just absolutely beautiful. And we framed some of the stories and stuff behind it that we showed you earlier in there on the stage. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We are excited about this, and you will see us on TV again. Thank you.